I'm Allie, and this is Amy, and we are part of the Fit Plan team at Mashpee Fitness, located at Cape Cod Rehab. And today we are going to take you through a gentle yoga stretch. You just need a mat. Start out in a comfortable seated position. Feel free to close your eyes. Bring thought and awareness inward to self. If you should become distracted, acknowledge it, let it go, and bring your awareness back to the moment, using your breath as an anchor. So let's slowly start to take a deep breath in, about 3 or 4 counts. Retain the breath for a moment, and then exhale slowly, trying to empty all the air out of your lungs, taking about 3 or 4 counts. There's a pause at both ends of the breath. This is relaxation breathing. It helps to lower the heart rate, the blood pressure, and invoke the relaxation response within the body. Okay, we're going to layer in a guided breath. Now, each time you take a breath in, do an inventory, scanning the body from head to toe, looking for any areas that you might be holding tension in that moment. If you find any discomfort, give yourself permission, if needed, as needed, to readjust your position for comfort. Then as you exhale, relax and let go. So you're either connecting deeper into your stretch or deeper into the posture. Keep repeating with each new breath. Now start to feel connected to the ground through your sits bones, the base of your spine, rooting down. And then lift through the crown of your head. So there's long lines of energy flowing up and down through the spine. The heart is lifted, the shoulders are relaxed, back and down. Slightly nod your chin, lining the ears over the center of the shoulders. Now lifting through the crown of the head, relax ear to shoulder to your right. Tipping slowly to your right, feel a stretch in the left side of the neck. Now you could stay here, or if you need more of a sensation, only if it feels better, take your left hand and place it either under the shoulder or walk the fingertips away from your hips. Try to relax deeper with each exhale. And then we'll go ahead and slowly bring your head back to your neutral position, getting tall from the crown of the head once more. And then initiate chin to chest. So we're taking our time. And as you let the head relax forward, using the weight of the head, you might notice a stretch in the back of the neck, where those muscles attach at the base of the skull, and then down into the shoulder blades. Continue your deep guided breath, and then slowly let your head come back up, resting balanced on your spine once more. Each time we're getting nice and tall. So again, we're getting tall through the crown of the head, we're lengthening first, and this time we'll relax ear to shoulder to your left. So let the head tip to the left. And then decide if you're okay right there, or if you want to place your right hand on the floor under the shoulder, so now you have the weight of the arm, or if you want to walk the fingertips away from the hips, so you're reaching out. Bring the head back to your neutral position. We're getting tall. Now, to stretch the front of the neck safely, we want to bring awareness to the back of the neck and the base of the skull and try to create space there. So we're lifting, and then continue the upward lift more than a backward bend with the skull, with the chin, with the heart, and let the shoulders fall away. And again, always work well within your comfort zone, never moving into any new pain. If you find you're uncomfortable, you can always come back to neutral. opening the heart, opening the throat. Deep breaths. By lifting the sternum up, even opening through the abdominal area. Each breath in, a new beginning. Each breath out, a letting go. Good. Come back to your neutral position. And then we'll go down the body to shoulders. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. We're going to roll in forward, all the way up to the ears, all the way back and down. Taking your time. So now each time you take a breath in, we're going to think about the upward. And every time you exhale, think about the downward. So you're going to match your movement to breath rather than breath to movement. Good. You can stay with shoulder rolls or come down to the next joint, the elbows initiating those circles. You can stay with that or come right down to the wrists and the hands, initiating those circles. It's kind of an active stretch through a range of motion. You can stay with both arms, or you can work one at a time, placing the right hand on the floor to support the upper body and let that left hand scoop around. Maybe the gaze follows. So again, a little freedom of movement here. You can explore any areas that you might be feeling tight and take your time with it. So anything goes. And I'll have you do one or two more until you're even. Do one more on this side. And then we'll change that movement to forward and back. So we're going to inhale and do chest expansion, opening up the heart. And exhale, C-curve the spine, chin to chest. So now we have that flexion extension of the spine. You're hugging a big ball. Inhale, opening up, creating space. Good. And exhale. Really want to be mindful and present in your body, in your movement, so you can really feel what feels good for you in that. Now on your next exhale, let's hold that static stretch. We're going to interlace our fingers like you're holding a big ball. Bring your chin to chest and really hollow scoop out your abdominal muscles. Good. Breathing into it. Now if you're really comfortable, stay right here, or you can hold on to your shins and lean back. Little traction. Keep breathing. You can stay here, or you can grab, if you sit with your legs out in front of you, you can hold the back of your thighs or even interlace your fingers and lean back. So I'm on the back of the hips here. This will transition beautifully into a seated balance posture if that's what you would like in your practice. Otherwise, you can stay right here in this beautiful back stretch. Or you could lift up your right leg, a little push-pull into your hands, and switch. So you practice balancing and switch. Or if you're feeling really good about it, you're squeezing the knees together, activating the inner thighs, squeeze the seat, and do a little seated boat pose. Now, as you do that, you want to make sure you're not holding your breath. You want to take deep breaths in and out and find your balance. Slightly challenging yourself outside your comfort zone, and that's where the change happens. That's where growth happens. Good. And when you're ready, come and sit up, and we'll stretch out the front side of your body. Very nice. It's rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to open our throat once more, lifting the heart, stretching out the abdominals. We'll reach the arms out to the side. So the shoulders are down and back, palms up. I'm just going to draw my arms back until I feel a gentle stretch in the front of the shoulders, in the chest. And I always do little progressions so that you can make this your practice, your yoga practice. So if you like it right here and you're feeling good, stay here. Or reach behind you. So only if this feels better, I'm going to have my palms up and reach behind me. Another option would be clasping my hands together. So if that feels better, you can interlace the fingers and even lift the arms, the hands away from the body. Excellent. And then we'll go ahead and release those arms and work the side of the body now. Root down through your sits bones, again, lifting through the crown of the head. Lift your fingertips. Now, if you experience any pain when reaching overhead in the shoulders, you can keep the elbows below shoulder height and imagine that you're reaching in full extension. Otherwise, you can join me if it's feeling okay. We'll do our active part of our stretch as a little push up with one hand, pull down with the other. So here's our active stretch. Now you might start in a small range of motion and then gradually increase it. And again, if you're modifying, you might be here in that movement. Maybe you imagine rope climbing. I'm gonna reach up as tall as I can, over and under the shoulder, and pull myself up. So feel stretching, separating the ribs from each other and the ribs from the hips. Now next time you have your right hand under the shoulder and left hand over, we can hold the stretch, static. So I'm going to push down into the floor with the right hand and reach up as high as I can with the left hand. Now this neutral spine is safe for everyone, so you could stay right here. Only if you need a little more, we're going to push off to the right side. So I'm going to anchor down the left hip and push off to the right using my right hand for support. And just either you can extend the elbow or bend it to add the desired amount of sensation. Now your head is heavy, so when off neutral, you might feel the neck holding the weight of the head. So you could change your gaze, looking down at the ground, see if that feels better. Or you could open the heart and the gaze towards the sky. It's just variations of the same stretch to make it work for you. And then I'm going to push the floor away and we'll float back to center and do the same on the other side. So place my left hand under the shoulder, right hand over, stop wherever you need to. I'm going to root down through the right hip and reach as high as I can, top shelf. Now you can stay right here in that neutral position, or you can tip off to the left this time with the left hand on the floor for support. Inhale, we're using that guided breath. You're checking in, doing that inventory. Check on the neck, change the gaze if you need to, and then exhale. That's where the magic happens. Letting go into the stretch. Offering the same opportunity on this side. I open the heart, open the gaze. If it's not feeling good, stay where you're at. We'll all come back together as we push the floor away and float back to center. Excellent. So now we're going to go into the inner thighs. We're working our way right down the body. You could stay in a seated position and place the soles of your feet together in butterfly, or you could, if it hurts to sit in that position, you can just open your legs into a straddle. The active part in both of these positions is in the upper body. So when you inhale, you're going to rise up, and when you exhale, you're going to come forward. Now, Amy has her elbows there to assist the stretch on her knees if she needs to. And when she inhales, she's going to release her knees and let them come up and close the knees together. Good. And then exhale. So we'll do a few of these. And just find your range of motion in that where you're feeling your best, never forcing it. Good. And then let's do one or two more, and then we'll hold it. I'm going to hold this next one. Now use again that guided breath. So when you inhale, you're just going to check in, make sure you're comfortable. And then when you exhale, just relax and hold. So this is where you're working on flexibility, the static part of the stretch. So you don't want to go too deep into it. Less is better. You don't want to go too deep because then the muscles contract to protect the joints and connective tissue, and you won't be able to stretch a contracted muscle. Awesome. And then we'll inhale. I'm going to use my hands to help me come back up and guide the legs out in front. So I'm going to extend the legs now. So that was the inner thigh. I'm going to extend the legs and pull the toes back. I'm just going to lean back first, just to allow the body to adjust as I try to pull my toes back and straighten my knees. So I'm getting the calf, hamstring, buttocks, lower back. And then we'll add the rest of the muscles into that chain. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Shoulders are up, down, and back, and we want to create that lowercase t spine, straight line from shoulder to shoulder and from the crown of the head to the tailbone, even if that means you have to lean back a little bit. So whether you're on your knuckles, your fingertips, whatever feels good for you, you want to lift up out of the hips. Now, if you need more of a sensation, more of a stretch, just close the joint angle between the thigh and the rib cage, just sitting up a little taller. If you're feeling it already where you're at, just stay right there. But this is called staff pose. More traditionally, the fingertips would be facing forward with the wrists under the shoulders. Excellent. We'll go ahead and bend our left knee now. So if you're leaning back, you might be here holding on with the opposite arm. If you're upright, you might hold on with both. So just find either way. Now we're going to take the leg, this left leg, and cross it over the midline of the body in order to create a nice stretch in the buttocks, hip, and outer thigh. So if you're leaning back, you might be here. It might look like this, gently guiding the leg. If you're sitting upright, you might be here. Now I'm going to look over the knee that's up. I'm going to look over that left shoulder to add the neck rotation. And if your back is bad and the rotation in the back, it doesn't feel good, you could stay right here. But if your back is okay, gather the height in the spine and just look over your shoulder. Hold and breathe. It's a seated spinal twist. Excellent. Now, before coming back, get nice and tall, and then we'll rotate back to the center, uncross the leg, and we'll do the same on the other side. So you're going back to your staff pose. Maybe release the lower back and lean back a little bit. We'll posture here, lifting the heart. And then go ahead and bend your right knee. If you're leaning back and you're really tight here and this is feeling good, you can just help hold yourself up with the opposite arm or both if that feels better. I'm going to cross that right leg over the left. Leaning back, it would look like this. Forward, you have both. And adding the rotation. So I'm just going to look over the right shoulder here. And this is all you need to do. If you're feeling really tight or if there's any pain when you rotate, just look and stretch the neck. Otherwise, I'm going to place a hand behind me, give a little hug, help draw the leg across the midline of the body, lifting out of the hip. And just once you find it, just be with your breath. Get nice and tall again before rotating back to the center, uncrossing the leg, and we'll go back to our staff pose. Good. Nice. Now let's swing the legs around, and I'm going to have you lay in the prone position, face down on your stomach. One option. So if you have a towel or something, or you can place your forehead on the towel with the arms overhead. I'm going to leave Amy here, and you can stay with Amy, or you can come up into a hands and knees position. So I'm going to splay my fingers, have my wrists under my shoulders, knees under my hips, and in both positions you want to draw the navel up in towards your spine and engage the core muscles. And I'm going to have you extend your left leg out, hip high, and your right arm out shoulder high. So we're going to inhale up and then exhale lower and switch sides. So we're going to inhale up, lifting, holding, and then exhale down. So we're alternating sides, and then we go back to the other side. So inhale. You want to think about, I'm pulling your wrist in one direction and your ankle in the other, so you're lengthening away from the belly button, and you're hugging the bones with the muscles. So everything is tight and lifted. Good. Let's do one or two more till you're even on both sides. I have two more to go. Keeping my hips and shoulders level with minimal movement upon return of the hand and knee. Last one. Excellent. And then we'll go ahead and stretch that out. I'm going to have you either lay on your side and bring your knees into your chest, or lay on your back, it's up to you. Or you can press into cat stretch, tucking your chin and tailbone under. So if you're okay kneeling, you'll be with me, lifting your belly button to the sky, push the ground away from you. Scoop those hips under and just let the head relax. Amy's going to pull her knees towards her chest. If you're not comfortable on your side, you can always lay on your back and bring your knees to your chest. Lower back stretch. Couple of breaths. And then I'm going to flatten out the back, tuck the toes under. So we're all going to come to a standing position. I'm going to do a standing balance posture with you. So we're going to tuck our toes under. I'm going to walk my hands in towards the feet, placing the hands on the thighs, pulling the belly button in. I'm going to round up. So I have both hands on the thighs, and imagine zipping up your spine like a zipper. So you're putting one vertebra on top of the other. Chin to chest, the head arrives, shoulders up, down, and back. Excellent. We'll take a little stroll, a couple steps to the front of our mat. Excellent. And we'll go into mountain pose. So in mountain, you want your feet about hip width apart, knees and toes facing forward. You want the top of the hips level. So you want to think about there's a wall behind you. Your heels are on the wall, the back of the hips are on the wall, the shoulders are up, down, and back on the wall, tucking the chin slightly, and then you're going to bring your fingers reaching down towards the ground with the palms forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Now, mountain is active. So now we're going to lock that in by tightening the calf muscles, tightening the thighs, tightening the glutes, the abs, the arms, and we'll do an energizing breath here. So as you inhale, bring the arms up and out to the side. If you're modifying, keep the elbows below shoulder height. Otherwise, we're going to go all the way up and then exhale back down. Good. That was neutral. You can stay with that or add a little arch back by squeezing the glutes, a little pelvic tilt. I'm going to move my hips forward and then bring my gaze up to meet my hands. So make sure you're not moving into any new pain. Exhale back down. Good. This time I'm going to connect the energy, palm to palm, finger to finger, thumb to thumb. I'm going to press it together, and as I exhale, I'm going to draw the hands down the midline of the body into centered posture. And I'll do a little moving tree with you today. So we'll create a circle mudra with the thumb and index finger. Press it together. We'll bring the arms out to the side, about the height of the underarm. Go ahead and pour weight into your right leg and just narrow your stance with the left leg. So now we're already out of balance, a little narrow stance. Now the next, we're going to keep our hips and shoulders facing forward like we're up against that wall, and we'll just rotate that left knee out to the side without rotating the body. Good. Now you could stay there if you want to, or if you want to challenge your balance and you feel safe, you can put the foot between two joints, either the ankle and the knee, or you could try the knee and the hip. I'll give it a try. Now, just like in life, things change and you have to accommodate and find recalculating. So now when you inhale, bring your right arm overhead. Exhale, hold. Now inhale, bring your left arm overhead. Exhale, hold. Good. Inhale, bring your left arm out to the side. Exhale, hold. Inhale, bring your right arm out to the side. Exhale, hold. Now inhale, we're going to connect earth and sky. So feet under the hips, hands over the shoulders. And then we exhale into mountain, palms face forward. Try to take up all that space away from your body. Good. Now this time when you inhale, connect the energy overhead, palm to palm, finger to finger, thumb to thumb. And as you exhale, draw the hands down the midline of your body. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now the secret is imagine yourself doing it successfully, and your body will come along with that. So it's visualization. Also focus on something not moving. All right, circle mudra with the thumb and index finger. We'll bring the arms out to the side for balance. Good, like the branches of the tree. Your feet are rooting down like roots of the tree into the ground. Head like leaves of the tree, seeking knowledge, wisdom, intuition. We'll pour our weight into that left leg, step narrow with the right leg this time. Good, and then we'll rotate the knee out to the side, keep the hips and shoulders facing forward. Next progression is placing that foot between two joints. So either the ankle and the knee or Give it a try on this side. Placing the foot between the knee and the hip. All right, so now when you inhale, you're going to bring the left hand over the shoulder. Exhale, hold. Inhale, right hand over the shoulder. Exhale, hold. Inhale, right arm out to the side. Exhale, hold. Inhale, left arm out to the side. Exhale, hold. Now inhale, connect earth and sky. Try not to overreact. Doing my best. Exhale, mountain. Good. Now inhale, connect all that positive energy. Collect it from the universe, palm to palm, finger to finger, thumb to thumb. Press it together with intention. And as you exhale, bring the hands down the midline of your body. Namaste. That is class. Thank you so much for joining me.